This lesson covers overloading methods. So when you use Microsoft Excel, there is a function called max or min or average. Whether you can put integer values or decimal points, it will return the value. That's actually refers to overloading methods in Java. So sometimes we can use the same method name as long as parameter lists are different, so that we can simplify coding. Let's say I have a method body. I name it as a max. Normally we have two inputs or two formal parameters. Let's say number 10, number 20. And with the same method body, we compare whether 10 is greater than 20. In this case, we have a return type, a return value. Of course, it's a 20. Sometimes we like to use the same method name, even though formal parameters are different type. This case, double data type, 10.1, 20.2. We are comparing 10.1 with the 20.2. Of course, listen value is 20.2. So keyword here is we define the method with the same name as long as the parameter lists are different. So let me just write it down a method name called max and the parameter list. First one is integer data type number 1, number 2. Second one is again same method name max, and then two formal parameters with different data type. In this case, double num1 and double num2. That's the idea of overloading methods. So depends on actual parameter 10, 20, or 10.1 and 20.2. Your program will invoke first method called max or second method called max. Okay, let's create a new project. Java application 27. Okay, I will put overloading methods. Let me begin with a simple example using different method names to compare two integer values and then two double values to return the So let's say max 10.10 and 20. I will begin with integer max. So this case will return 20. And then next one I will say double max. This one's supposed to return 20.2. Again, we are using public as a modifier and then static. Return type integer for the first one. Integer max For more parameters, we define with the data type num1 int and num2. Condition is straightforward. If num1 is greater than num2, we return num1. Else we return num2. I will do the same thing for double max. Let's just print it out on our screen. Change to double max. Method signature we need to change to double. Again here, return type supposed to be double. So we change to double. So line 20 will invoke a second method because actual parameter is integers. Line 22 will invoke the first method. So let's use overloading methods. So let me type the same definitions. So overloading method define method with the same name as long as their parameter lists are different. So let me change the same name. We can invoke same method name, max and max. And our parameter list is different. So let me define method to same name. And our result is same. Now we can see that we don't have to remember different method name as long as we can use the same name with a different parameter list. It will work. That's the main idea of overloading methods. So you can have multiple methods. It does exactly the same thing, but it may deal with different actual parameters or different arguments. Let me give you one more example. Here is a slightly different story. We have characters A and B. According to ASCII code, A is number 66, B is number 67. If you don't do anything, it will compare with second methods. It means character data type will be compared as integer value 66 and 67. But if you expect to have return type as a character, you may need to have another overloading method here. So same method name, parameter list should be different, so character and character. So we still compare as a 66 greater than 67, but we are expecting different return value. So this time is going to return character B. So now you can see that the overloading method can be quite useful, and it will simplify our coding as well. That's all. Thank you.